Oh yes, Showtime at the Apollo. Now we not in Apollo, man. You guys at KI Culture Radio though. Cause like always, first thing first, guys. First thing first. When you walk in, please make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all cause we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Unfortunately, yesterday we didn't go live yesterday due to the fact that something came up. But however, we are live today. Like always, thank you for tuning in. Cal Culture Radio is the lovely Wednesday evening. Prince Akeem Jordan, what's cracking like in? What's cracking like in? What is cracking like in, gentlemen?
Man, I'm back on my bully. We here to slay the day and take over the media industry.
Absolutely, man. Right with y'all, King. We about to blast it like we always do. So let's go, let's go, let's get it. Let's get it show on the road.
Like always, shout out to everybody who's watching us all across the board: Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch. Make sure you follow. So very important for you guys to follow us so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to those right now watching us on Rumble and also X, TikTok, Bingo Live. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in each and every time we go live. We already got 65 people watching us right now on Bingo Live. This is why I love Bingo Live. Bingo Live, they don't play. They be waiting for us to go live. First thing first, guys, you already know how we had, how the program will always go. We heading over to sports in the NBA world. Jordan, what's going on when it comes to aspect of sports, big dog?
Let's get into it. Let's talk about some basketball. We're gonna talk about some shocking news going on in LA, pretty much the Los Angeles Clippers. So if you guys don't know, the Clippers they starting off bad. They're 5-16 off their record, and they have made a decision to part ways with Chris Paul. And if you guys don't know, this was Chris Paul was planning on retiring this year, playing his last season early as a Clipper as he signed. But apparently, how backward their record was, according to the GM, they decided to part ways with him. Here's some inside scoop according to NBA Insider Shams from ESPN. He said Chris Paul and his leadership style clash with the Clippers. Sources tell ESPN. Paul has been vocal in holding management, coaching, and players accountable, which the team felt became disruptive. Specifically, Ty Lue, the coach, was not on speaking terms with Paul for several weeks. And with this, this is supposed to be Chris Paul last hurrah, but fortunately, they let him go early. So, yeah, man, it's been some buzz going on here with the Clippers. But after reading this, Ronnie, man, what's your take on the LA Clippers letting Chris Paul go, even though it's supposed to be his last season?
To me, I found it to be very hilarious for them, the Clippers, to let Chris Paul go due to the fact is Chris Paul, this was his last season playing for the NBA because he was about to get ready to retire. Now, him holding coaches and team players accountable, I think that's great because the way of how the Clippers was playing, they was underperforming, especially after last night when they played against the Heat. The Heat pretty much mopped the floor with them. So it shows you that you need someone like that have that leadership role, that played for great coaches, great players. He trying to take this team to a whole nother level, and for them to not appreciate that and for them to let him go in a nasty way. Hey, I'm with Chris Paul. Put your deuces up. Peace out. I'm gone. So at the end of the day, I think he did nothing wrong. He did everything right because he's a legendary NBA player. He's a Hall of Famer. So I would do the same thing he's doing. I'm gonna hold people accountable and tell them, hey, you guys need to step up, especially when it comes to James Harden. Which James Harden has been playing well, and also Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard, I don't know where Kawhi Leonard's at mentally. So he was just trying to see what he can do. But shout out to Chris Paul. Now he can just rest and become a sports commentator. Go ahead, I can.
Yeah, it's all about what's the next phase of his life. I honestly think that a lot of these people do these retirement signees, give him a small little bonus, send him off his way. You know what I mean? They just released him. You know what I mean? I honestly think Chris Paul wasn't going to even play at the capacity he's been playing. His stats hasn't been the same in the last couple of years, but it's good to just see him off, riding off to the sunset.
For me, I didn't kind of like as in all the teams he's played for. I think we remember Chris Paul as a Clipper the most because that's we see him with him and Blake Griffin and DeAndre during the time. It was Lob City, And I think, we kind of remember Chris Paul with the Clippers. Kind of to do this to Chris Paul in a way, he's been playing for over 20 years. He's an NBA legend and everything. Just to do this kind of early, I didn't like it because I feel, Chris Paul is the type of player that, I think he's the type of player where, he should, go into the season and do like a final tour, of such sorts and everything. But unfortunately, it didn't happen that way. I like to see Chris Paul, Thomas, somebody else? I would. Matter of fact, if I'm the Lakers, I'll probably pay to sign him into a contract, and just be a leader on the bench, be a leader on the locker room, and also be a leader, when it come off the bench, vocally and everything. So if I were Lakers, I'll probably do some shady stuff like that. But if nobody signs Chris Paul, hey man, you had a wonderful career. You're one of the top point guards. We be seeing this game, and pretty much, he'll definitely be a Hall of Famer when he makes it to the NBA Hall of Fame.
If they enjoy, nobody gonna sign Chris Paul due to the fact is Chris Paul was gonna retire anyway. So it makes sense for him to just retire and then become a sports commentator, or try to become a coach because Charles Billups with that legal allegation scandal that's going on with the sports gambling. He should try to learn how to be a coach. If he know how to hold team players accountable and coaches as well, to me, become a coach. And he might take who knows where it might take him. You never know. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember, click all. We do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. And also, guys, very, very important, you go to Cal Culture Radio description and also link on top of the chat. That's where we have the Cal Culture Radio merch. So you can rock the merch with us when we go live. Shout out to the lovely and the prettiest Evelyn Perez in the building. And also shout out to Mr. Darlog's also in the building as well. Moving along to money. Money makes the world go round. Money makes our pockets fat. Jordan, what's going on when it comes to aspect of? Hey, Darlog, don't throw me out. What's going on when it comes to aspect of financial news on Big Dog?
Let's get into it. Let's talk about renting. Are we in the renting era? What I mean by that is generational Zs are embracing a new trend of renting everything. How the economy is and everything, how, we can't really buy houses or anything like that, cars, anything like that. This new generation is showing us that embracing a new trend when it comes to renting things instead of owning them. So we're going to really get into it. We do have a clip for you, so go ahead and play the first 3 minutes of it from Fox Business, and after that, we'll chop it up.
A generational shift is underway, and it's moving away from ownership. Gen Z is now renting just about everything: clothes, strollers, even glassware. And it could end up reshaping the American economy. What used to be considered a financial red flag is suddenly a flex. I think flex means like you're cool or something. I don't know that. But okay, so renting glasses. Okay, I'll come to you first then.
Renting glasses?
I kind of like the idea of renting stuff. You know me, I like used things. Renting is just having used things temporarily. I think this is great. Why do you have to own everything that you use?
So I don't like that you use like other people's shoes. Don't you have used shoes? You like buy your old Air Jordans from like 1980s?
I prefer used shoes.
Okay.
That's a different story,
We're
perhaps.
going to let that mic drop.
I bought a pair of vintage shoes
Thank you.
recently.
Me too.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, how the tables have turned, Taylor.
So one hand, good for the environment, actually. Like if you think about all of those online clothes that you can rent and return when you're done with them. I'm not doing this fast fashion anymore where I'm buying a shirt for $8. I wear it 3 times and I throw it away. I think we were getting really into that. And so I do like, actually, it is good for the environment. I wish we could do it more with kids' toys so that when my kid is at age appropriate, I could rent it. When she grows up, I could return the toy or give it to another family. Love that. Except that, Brian, we've talked about ownership in the last couple
Yes,
segments.
that's very true.
And the ownership economy and wanting to have pride in what I own. And I think I would take care of things more if we owned it than you have a stake in something. So that's the argument against it.
Is it a difference between owning assets and owning expenses, Dagan, or is that irrelevant? It's a good question, wasn't it?
So
That's
you
a
get
darn
into
good question.
if you get into danger if you start trying to, telling women that their clothes are assets.
I made no judgment on
If
this.
you tell a woman, "Oh, your shoes are an investment. Your shoes are assets,"
That does sound expensive.
You know what? They're not. Trust me on trying to resell stuff. Yeah, you're not getting much out of that. I absolutely love this idea because I don't like fast fashion. One, you're stealing ideas from creatives and from designers, and it is just disposable clothing. It is made in China, and it winds up in a landfill. And quite frankly, it's people with money who do it, and their kids. So I love, like,
but like renting a dress, really, to wear? I mean, like, it's for a short-term period of time,
It is,
right? I mean, just the idea that you don't hit.
Did you not do any research for this segment?
Well, I mean, certain things in my mind are better to rent. Like we have
there are-
Airbnb now, we have Uber, so you don't have to have a car.
Rent the Runway,
But cutlery, crockery? I mean,
Rent the Runway, Newly, Armoire, Fashion Pass, Haverdash, and Gwynnie Bee are all companies that are in the rent clothing business. Newly was created by Urban Outfitters. I saw a young woman in the elevator here. I said, "I love your outfit." She said, "It's from one of these rental services." She gets basically clothes every month, and she just has kind of a rotate. It's like always something new to wear.
Right.
Always looks
It
fab
scratches
and
the
works.
itch.
I love it.
But what is the common thread in all the brands that you just talked about, or all the types of things that you can rent that you just talked about? Technology. Couldn't do this before technology. Before, maybe you had a thrift store in your town, or what do they call those stores when you resale?
Consignment.
Consignment, thank you. Consignment shop where you take things down to, but it really wasn't very ubiquitous. Technology has made it possible where people can exchange, rent, sell, and they realize that rather than throw something out or donate it, if I can even dig in, you're right, you never get what you paid for something, but even if I can get something for it rather than throw it out or just give it away, then that stuff starts to add up. I think it's an interesting business model, but technology has made this possible.
Yeah, so you see, they have their discussion about, renting things when it comes to items and everything, and like we seen, the Generation Z's are versus new trends are starting to rent stuff. So let's talk about it. So we'll go with you, Ronnie, man. What's your idea of? Do you think it's a good idea of of people with this trend start renting out a lot more things?
Hey, Kawhi, I ain't gonna lie, this is a great segment we're about to tap into. I think the rental economy that we're heading to is here. It is here because now, and it made me question more of these rappers now and entertainers even more, because a lot of these entertainers always talking about, I got these money, I got the houses, I got the cars, I got the clothes, I got the jewelry. But now you find out majority of the things they have in assets are rental. It's rent. They renting these things. And we knew that when it comes to a lot of these elites, especially wealthy people, they really don't buy. Majority don't. They pretty much rent on credit. That's how they build their credit. They credit rich. They rent everything they have, like their cars, their clothes, their washing machines. I didn't even know they renting. I didn't know they rented sunglasses. I knew jewelry was always a thing. I knew that back in the days, especially growing up. But the glasses thing, to me, like regular glasses, that's new to me. So like learning this, and dresses, I already knew about that, because especially when it comes to high fashion, because every single season there's always different form of fashion. But I think now we are in a rental economy, and people are trying to find any ways to like save money, to build credit. So to me, whoever's in it, I think it's a smart move to make, especially if you're someone that's always busy, always on the road, and you are pretty much an influencer. You're gonna rent your clothes, you're gonna rent your houses, and you're gonna probably rent your house. Your cars. So it is what it is, man. We are in a rental economy. Go ahead, Akim.
I'm a second that and agree with you. Consignment shops have always been around. And renting clothes is, even though I don't like the idea, but this is where we phase it. Remember, they said this a couple things. We are gonna own nothing and love it, and that's where we're heading to. Like when we renting cars, we're gonna rent electric cars. Now we're renting clothes. I put it on one day, fart in it, and send it back.
Yeah, they've been doing that. They've been doing that. They give it to Goodwill. Yeah, they've been doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a big fan of renting. You know, when it comes to going to the trend and everything. When it comes to, you know, people rent shoes. You know, a lot of women when it comes to dresses, they they rent their wedding dress and they take it right back and everything. And it's to me it's a wonderful thing. You know, 'cause we kind of know how this economy going. You know, when it comes to a lot of stuff to being expensive and everything. So the very likely if you can rent in order, something you can rent in order to build your credit, that's a wonderful thing, it's we look at owning right now as a millennial and also Generation Z. It's like, just like we can't do it no more, it's really fading away, day by day, week by week, year by year and everything. So I love the thing of rent, and I'll definitely be in this trend of renting more, especially in 2026 than I have before. Because if I could spend less money instead of owning it and also build my credit, I will definitely go rent.
Shout out to Mr. Darlow. You already know he's in the building. He said renting tuxedos was the only thing we used to rent when it comes to clothes back then. Yeah, back then I know I used to rent tuxedos all the time, but now we live in an economy where things are not going as well. So you're gonna rent. A lot of people are now renting their rooms, even at their parent house. There's some parents that are renting their kids' room when their kids are off to college because they know that the economy is not where it used to be. That's why I say sometimes I question Donald Trump said the economy is doing so well. I don't know how true that is, because if people are renting strollers, Jordan, for your kids, it's sure that
Strollers are expensive.
Very, very expensive, man.
They are expensive, man.
And shout out to this new subscriber too, Dora Breeding. Shout out to you. She say hi to you too. Thank you for coming through. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss it when we go live. But guys, let us know what you think about living in a rental economy. But guys, and also this is a good opportunity for people that do want to rent some stuff. Get your money up. Some people rent their cars, houses. Now people renting clothes. So and jewelry. So get your money up. If there's any opportunity for you to get money, go ahead and do so. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell to right here side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Hey, Mr. Dawes said, yes, strollers are expensive. How much strollers is, guys? I don't even know how much it is. How much it is now?
Dude, the stroller we got to give us, they could range for like $100, $120 and up.
Damn, really?
Yes. Car seats expensive. Like I'm gonna get a new car seat for my daughter next year. The one I like costs almost $200.
And car seat goes by how old she is. So that as she grows, you gotta get bigger.
It's not it's really the size. It's like the size they are, the weight, and also their length. So the car seat I have is like for babies and toddlers. So the one I want is like 3-in-1. So it's for newborns to toddlers, and then it grows up to kids, because you can take the stuffs apart and everything. So the car seat that I want, it'll last all the way till she turns 5 and 6. It's $200, but it's an investment. I'll get it. I'll take it.
You say, look, Dollar agrees with you. $200. Yep. Moving along to hip hop. Hip hop. Jordan, what's going on when it comes to aspect of hip hop news, big dog?
Let's get into it. Let's talk about Snoop Dogg. So Snoop Dogg is going in on his cousin Daz Dingler. Daz Dingler claims that Snoop is trying to trademark his work and plans to sell the Death Row catalog for $1 billion. And Snoop Dogg came out and he went off on Daz Dingler. So don't take my word for it. Go ahead, play the clip. And after that, we'll chop it up.
To do but hate on me, huh? In a minute, I'm gonna fuck you up, cuz, on some real shit. Not physically, but business-wise. Cause you broke as a motherfucker right now, so I'm gonna fuck you up in a minute, cuz. Leave me alone. Leave me the fuck alone. Leave me alone, cuz. I'm gonna fuck you up. Leave me alone.
And the paw is trademarked. like I told Snoop, you got rejected and I got accepted. You know what I'm saying? So that was the moneymaker. The pause like the Apple sign, like I said before. And like I said, they tried to go behind my back and trademark all my work and then flung my face like, yeah, nigga, we got it, nigga. That's all we wanted, nigga, because I'm finna sell everything for $1 billion. The pause $1 billion to Universal. You know what I mean? But shh, don't be selling my shit.
Now, what do you mean by selling? He said he was going to sell it, or what? They're selling Death Row, the new Death Row that just came.
Snoop, everything Snoop involved with, he gonna sell all that shit for $1 billion. You know, the motherfuckers cashing niggas out for their catalog, and then he sell that shit, and he just start over and make new music. You know, it's easy. $1 billion to Universal. You know what I mean? But shh, don't be selling my shit.
Now, what do you mean by selling? He said he was going to sell it.
Yeah, so Daz think he still got the idea that he's gonna do trademarking and put in a Death Row catalog and and sell it and everything. But Snoop Dogg's like, yo, man, like I say, I own Death Row. Don't mess with me like that. But looking it from Snoop Dogg's side, as he owns Death Row, and also Daz Stingler, what's your take on this topic, Ronnie?
I'm being honest because Snoop Dogg do own Death Row. Diggler might be telling the truth. We know that we live in a shady business when it comes to the music industry. In the music industry, there is no friends. All it is dollar signs. That's all they see is dollar signs. So like Jordy wasn't here when me and Hakeem were talking about the aspect of T-Pain and DJ Khaled, how their relationship went sour because of the aspect of how they call you brother, but behind your back they're doing something shady. Same thing.
Yep.
That's how it is. So it's the same relationship. They may be smiling. People might think, oh, they're happy. Behind closed door, they are doing some shady business. So if you ask me, I won't be surprised if Snoop Dogg selling the catalog for over $1 billion. Because to be honest, who is signed to Death Row? Let's keep it real. Who is signed to Death Row? And I know that if people are still listening to Death Row music, the only one I know for sure is Tupac. So at the end of the day, he could be he could be doing else. It. Go ahead, Akeem. What's your thoughts on
it? They got that singer October London. The only thing I'm confused is, bro, Hasbro had owned Death Row and Snoop got it, but I know Snoop don't got the money to buy it back. So I don't know if it's like a package deal. He has it with other people, but to sell a catalog or to sell just Death Row so you can profit from it, it doesn't make financial sense because you're going to make the money for generations to come. You feel what I'm trying to say? I don't want us to see it for now. And it's the problem. A lot of us Black people are selling our catalogs. Nelly, Future, each and one of these guys sold their catalog for $60, $70 million, cashing in right now and not trying to play the long game. The long game is letting your rights to your music stay in your family so they can get paid forever. $60, $70 million is going to get blown over the span of 20 years, if not sooner than that.
But think about it, Hakeem. If you able to sell one of your catalogs for like, let's say, $500,000, then look, you go and buy somebody else's catalog, and then look, it's still being your family inheritance. If you're thinking of that sense.
No, it's still because here's the thing. Look at it from this point. If somebody offered me $500,000, I'm gonna run through 200,000 within less than 2 weeks.
Can you talk about the advance, Hakeem? Like an advance?
The advance, like the money, like my catalog. Like right now, I have 54 songs, which is a catalog of music that's online. Right. If somebody comes and give me $500,000 in 1 week, I can run over to 250,000.
But then you can also buy your music back if you want to. You can.
If I run through $500,000, how much? How am I have the money back? They're gonna want money back in interest too. That's why it doesn't make sense because those music are going to generate money monthly, and over time you're gonna make more money than what they give you. Because remember, music goes like this: some months it's high, some months it's low. So let's say I make $5,000 1 month, $10,000 1 month, $30,000 1 month. Over a period of time, they just gave me $500,000. These people are banking off of the next 20 years. So they're going to make triple the amount of money. So I have to play the long game. Now, when I pass away, if my kids are stupid and sell off my thing, then that's something else.
But you already know people are money hungry. Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, Hakeem, you do have a good point. Like I said, I was watching Diddy's documentary yesterday, and it showed on how he grew up in the business uptown and everything, and also how he built Bad Boy and everything, and also how when it comes to people that he signed, he had all their masters and catalogs and everything until what was it 2 or 3 years later he sold it back. Even though he gave it back to the artist, but they had nothing in there, anything like that. But that being said, of this, when it comes to Dingler, if you're saying the stuff that you're saying right now is I don't know if he's signed to death row. I don't know if he is signed to death row. I'm looking at all that and everything. But to me, if you want to say stuff like this, saying it out loud, then my thing is you shouldn't say anything out loud. If what you're saying is true, you just work, stay quiet and work the business side of it and everything. For you to come out publicly and say that, say what Snoop was going to do and everything, all that type of stuff. Out broadly like that, and you're a death row artist that you might art and everything is kind of done with what you're doing right now, because if you go into your boss like that, Snoop is right. Snoop is like, yo, I'm gonna get you on the business side and everything. I'm not gonna do physical. I'm gonna do yourself on the business side. So to me, if you're signed to death row and what's the stipulation and everything, you gotta find a way to make some money so you buy it back and everything. Simple as that.
Not only that, but Jordan, how is the Diddy documentary? How long is it?
So it's they cut it into 4 episodes, so it's an hour long each. So it goes from when he was little and all the way towards right now he's currently incarcerated and everything. And it was good. It was really good. It was well balanced. They really didn't they attacked Dilly, but they gave Diddy they gave it up his good what he did good, and then the stuff that he did bad. So the documentary was well balanced, and I enjoyed it.
Good, man. Shout out to 50 Cent. 50 Cent was the one that did it. Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Like always, shout out to everybody that's watching us all across the board. We really do greatly appreciate you guys for coming through. And now that, shout out to you, Mr. Darlaw. Thank you so much for clipping our content and promoting it. We do greatly appreciate that. You already know it is Wednesday evening. We got a lot of things that's going on within this world. First thing first. Jordan, what's going on with Odell Beckham?
Yeah, this topic, I really like this topic because we're gonna get fun on this one. So Odell Beckham was on the Pivot podcast, and this was a couple of days ago, and he talks about the challenges of living on a 5-year, $100 million contract. And I want you guys to listen because y'all gonna be turning your head sideways. So go ahead, play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
If I didn't have $1 in my account right here today, as we speak, I'm gonna be straight for the rest of my life. No question, right? I don't think everybody is in that. And when you've sacrificed your whole life to get here, and you're like, yeah, I played 10 years in the league. And I always explain this to people, I'm like, bro, you give somebody a 5-year, $100 million contract, right? What is it really? It's 5 years for 60. You're getting taxed. Do the math. That's 12 a year, that you have to spend, use, save, invest, flaunt, like whatever, however, just being real. I'm gonna buy a car, I'm gonna give my mama a house, I'm gonna do, everything costs money. So if you spending $4 million a year, that's really 40 million over 5 years, 8 a year, And now you start breaking down the numbers, it's like, that's a 5-year span of where you're getting 8 million. Can you make that last forever? And you always hear the people who ain't us and ain't. If I didn't have $1 in my account right here today, as we speak, I'm gonna be straight for the rest of my life.
So I also want to read this too. He made a statement on X a couple hours ago. I want to read this. He said, "Boy, you can't say nothing in this world nowadays. That's why I be in my own lane, my own words, and put away. People love to take stuff completely out of context to rationalize a statement they own in their own head that makes sense to them, and that's the word." And that's the word, because people was criticizing about the stuff he said about making that $100 million last. and he deprecated the criticism. But other than that, Ronnie, you heard what he said about trying to make $100 million last. What's your take on it, buddy?
I don't have an issue with that. Remember, one thing about Odell Beckham, people fail to realize he invested a lot of money. He invested his NFL money into Bitcoin, so he's already up as it is. And if you leave that money in there and not touch it, as Bitcoin continue, of course, he's not financial advisor. Always speaking with a financial advisor, he's going to increase later on in life, so he's going to be set forever. But a lot of these athletes, we even cover it here on the Cal Culture Radio Show. A lot of these athletes are doing bad money management when it comes to money. They get that big check and they start living lavish lifestyle, and then they can't maintain it after the third year, and they lose everything. Or when they get older, they struggling for change. Like we did, remember recently we did a story on one of the NBA players that now living in Brooklyn, in the Section 8 home, and he used to make millions of dollars. So it's
that's too, Rodney. And also getting multiple women pregnant as well, paying child support.
Exactly. You already saw with Stamford Diggs. So all this stuff is going on. Odell Beckham's being smart and said, wait a minute, I got to think long term. I got to think of generational wealth. So by me doing that, I got to be smart, budget, and save money. I don't know what's the big deal about this one. I don't understand it. Remember, the world's backwards at times. Go ahead, I think your thoughts.
So, Ron, you said this 100%, and I don't think a lot of people don't know. There's an actual statistics that says literally 5 years out the league, most football and basketball players go broke. That's an actual statistics. There's a number of people we could talk about. You have Sean Kemp. You have Antoine Walker, who went to a championship. You have what's the guy from Rhode Island? He works at Starbucks. The guy, he had to get a Starbucks job.
Oh, I know you're talking about.
We did that. So this is a common thing. Now, Odell, he's a premier superstar. So I don't think he loses money, but what he was trying to say, I think people go, the way the industry is made and presented, you're made to lose. Most of these ball players, so imagine this, you come into the league, automatic, you have an agent who signs a paper, he gets 15%.
Yep, facts.
On top of that, you get taxed of the bulk of the money before the agent takes his 15%. And after he takes his 15%, then you got everybody else. Then you got to take care of mama. You got to buy this person a car. You got to buy this person a house. Yes, you're going to run through $8 million. And another thing too, you can't keep that much amount of money in an account without getting it taxed if you don't put it in an IRA. So you do have to spend it. We do have to spend it. So it's crazy. Say, guys, talk about the money that agents steal from the athletes. No one talks about those criminals. Why are you 100%? It's highway robbery that they steal. They steal. And mind you, they're stealing from these kids with these NIL deals. A lot of these kids. There's one guy I didn't want to mention his name. What's the big guy? He used to be a basketball player. He used to play for the Knicks. He has a company.
Oh yeah, on Davis.
Yeah,
he's in prison now. Yeah, he's in prison.
You know what I mean?
For NBA fraud. Yeah,
NBA fraud. But this is another guy. He signs kids to NIL deals, and he takes a percentage out of the NIL deal. I forgot what his name. He used to play for the Celtics. It hurts me that you're doing the same thing that these sports agents are doing. So people, don't let what Odell Beckham go over your head and think that he's going broke. He's not going broke. He's just saying that it is rough. Like, you really don't get that $100 million you're saying. Because after that, when they give you $100 million, 20, and don't forget, some of that money goes back to the league. The league charges you. So you never really winning. I'll land right there.
Man, you speaking on it.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, what Odell Beckham, he was saying this stuff. I believe something from the people that he said, it's gonna clearly grow out people's heads. Like, what are you talking about? If I get $100 million, I'll spread it all at least a lifetime, everything like that. And Odell Beckham was not saying that when you're a rare type of athlete that's in basketball, football, baseball, if you get luckily a 10-year type of career, the minimum you might get, 10 million, the max you might get 100 million and everything. And the money comes so fast. There's no other career other than the entertainment, that money comes fast like that. Abundance of money comes fast like that, and you gotta make quick decisions on what to do with it and everything. So, and you in a certain you're in a stuck in a bracket where I can get a couple of $1 million house and everything. I have the money to buy all these type of options, cars, investments, and everything like that, and everything. And you're born poor, and you're jumping into a league where you get paid millions of dollars and everything. And that's a process. That's a small process to do and everything. So you want some financial literacy. You want a financial advisor to help you out with that and everything. And there's sometimes there's the itchy part. It's like, yo, I got the money to do it and everything. I can make it up with my next check and everything. I could get my second contract and everything. It gets itchy, and this is what Older Bell was trying to say, in this lifestyle, not just he does speaking talk about this he's talking about other athletes that get this type of money, and they think it's it lasts a lifetime, but when they spend it all or not, don't do smart things with it and they're out of the league, either they have a little amount of money or no money at all and everything, or they make poor decisions about bad investments, getting multiple women pregnant, marrying a woman, and when they get to retire, they divorce and everything. So there's a lot of stuff going on when you're an athlete. Stuff can happen like that. And he kind of knew when he put out a statement that the average people that don't make a lot of money, they're not going to understand it and everything, and that's why he got the BS. So yeah, as an athlete, if you're a certain athlete that makes that stays in the league for a long time, makes $1 million, and also you get endorsement deals and everything. That's 0.001% right there. You're talking about the Steph Curry's, LeBron James, the Tom Brady's, the Patrick Mahomes. Those type of players, they're gonna make money out once they get retired. They're gonna make money until they die because what they did to the game, how popular they are and everything. But when it comes to Odell Beckham, the average players, they make the amount of money and everything, and they might not get endorsement deals or might not get something else after football. It's kind of a struggle because you get that bunch of money, and luckily you don't know what to do with it. Shout out to the narrative dollar, same thing. Lottery winners, they get this abundance amount of money. Either you get it upfront, or you can get partial payments for the next 20 years, something like that. People take the money, they don't know what to do with it. 5-10 years later, they broke.
It's not about the money you have. It's about how much money you can keep. That's what people fail to realize. That's the power in it. They can say you have $100 million, but if you got $100 million and you don't have none of that, you're pretty much in your assets, then you lose. But it's the amount of money you can keep and to generate it more and more. Yeah, but dollar, look it up. Odell Beckham got money in Bitcoin. He put his whole NFL check in Bitcoin. He's gonna be set for life. Shout out to Whitehouse, that's also in the building too. So Lamar Jackson just got caught with his contract. Oh yeah, Lamar is another one. Lamar Jackson is literally another one who pretty much he pretty much do everything himself. So shout out to Lamar. Lamar literally do everything himself. Mm-hmm. Moving along to other trending news, Jordan, what's going on with this Florida pastor getting caught, getting busted?
Yeah, so this Florida pastor over the weekend got busted by a contributor, Big Bad Wolf. Florida pastor got arrested for attempting to meet with a 16-year-old boy. So we do have a clip. So go ahead and play the clip. After that, we'll chop it up.
I've been on the app for a few years though.
That's what this pastor allegedly wanted to do to a 16-year-old boy.
You send him a message on Thanksgiving talking about you want to come eat him up.
A TSR exclusive. We have the messages as this traveling preacher was on the prowl, tried to meet the boy at a park, but instead,
why didn't you go find someone else?
Police, they were right there waiting on him. All thanks to a content creator known for going undercover and taking alleged predators down.
They literally will prey on kids.
I'm Justin Carter.
There you have it.
Yep. So I also found out that this pastor was also a former NCAA leader as well when it comes to in that organization. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. So Yeah, man, and he, one of the, yeah, his acting there on dialogues, he's definitely an idiot, and do stuff like this, you're definitely gonna get caught. So go ahead, Ronnie, man, what's your take?
Like we said, they're out there. There's people out there that are trying to prey on your kids, do harm to your kids, and you already know when it comes to the state of Florida, they do not play when it comes to that aspect of these children. They feel like when you grape or harm a child, there is a penalty for that, to the point that they can even give you the death penalty. I don't understand. I always try to ask Hakeem and Jordan, especially after the show, if there's a form of, if these people have a sickness or something for them to continue to prey on these kids. I'll be like, bro, there's people
It's a
your
mental
age.
illness.
It got to be an illness, because I'm like, what is going on mentally? Now, I understand some people have traumatic experience. They have, people dealt with stuff in childhood. That way, you got to get the help you need now, because if you hurt someone else's kid, you're hurting another generation. Lucky for him, he did get caught. And it's sad because he's supposed to be have the image of God, because he is a pastor. People look at him pretty much be like the man of God, and then for you to do something like that, it's very, very sad. It's very sad. So I always tell people, keep an eye on your kids. Check your kids' phone, check the internet, even these gaming sites. Be careful out there, folks. Go ahead, Hakeem.
If you ever notice, all these people of power are getting caught with their pants down with a little boy or a little girl. Masters of York, Yahweh Ben Yahweh. There's a list of these guys. So now, when we start to analyze these things, most definitely there has to be a mental component to why you'll want to do these things. So I want to say that today God was doing this work, and God struck down with the hand of fire on him.
Facts.
And I hope he go to prison for the rest of his life.
Jordan, you muted.
And we do see a lot of stuff like this because of people that's in power. They think when in a certain power, they think they can overlook stuff, and they think, okay, I can sneak and do this and do that. I never know what's going on in their mind or what they do stuff like this. But we do know is that there are people out there in the world that will lure into your daughters, your sons, and they see the balance, they'll try to take it and see what it takes next and everything. So like I said, for all the parents, big brothers, big sisters, just really watch out for parents, just watch out for your kids and everything. Make sure you are looking around, and also tell your kids, when they're at the age, if they walking around, make sure use your eyes, use your ears, use everything, because you never know somebody's looking at you. And it's simple as that.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember to click all, because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Why I say you can't help them, guys? We can't.
No, we can't. So they need to be burned to the stake.
And why Mr. Dollar says always a big fat.
Hey, you know what we need to do? We need to rebuild Alcatraz and Rikers Island, and just strictly put all the low down filth of societies over there.
Or we open Alligator Alcatraz too, Hakeem, put them in there. Let them do some work and everything. And you do that.
They said, the outlaw said they didn't learn from Eddie Long. Eddie Long was able to get out of this to what? No, the Eddie Long story is even more sad.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Man,
he died with that thing.
Boy, I think it was even worse with the Eddie Long. But main topic on today's show. So, Jordan, what's going on with that Epstein file once again?
Yeah, so more information. So it's looking like we're getting more information when it comes to the Epstein file. So so we found out today that the Democrats put out an oversight on for people to look inside into Jeffrey Epstein's private island. So we do have a couple short clips of videos and pictures of what Jeffrey Epstein's house, his private island, looked like and everything. And it kind of gave it a glimpse on what was kind of going on during that time, where he used to take celebrities take underage girls into the island and do what he did, in his house and everything. So, yeah, man.
I ain't gonna lie, his house is pretty nice. That's a Trump
Yeah,
thing.
the whole island is it's nice. You
There's more
got a
money.
little theater
There's
in
more money
there.
in you.
Yeah, bedroom. You got a chalkboard, phone. Yeah, small. Yeah, man. Yeah,
And look, no trespassing. But
yeah.
I don't think I don't think they have audio. Do they have audio?
No, yeah.
Odell trying to get wow. But yeah, there it is. That's it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we're seeing that the Democrats, they're still, it's like they're leaking stuff like once a month and everything about more of the Epstein files, the private islands, and I'm pretty much sure they're gonna put a lot more stuff out when it comes up to the next year, 2026. So with this, Ronnie, do you see what the Democrats are doing? They're gonna release everything, all the information on Jeffery Epstein and Donald Trump's term as president?
Yeah, they're gonna do it. They're gonna release it, but at the same time, are they really gonna give out certain names? That's what everybody's waiting for.
Right.
That's the thing. If they give out certain names, then we're cooking. Like they did with the Martin Luther King file. The Martin Luther King file, they release every name, every CIA agent, everybody in government official. They need to do the same thing when it comes to Jeffrey Epstein's file, which I know they're not gonna do. This is just another distraction to keep people entertained for the time being while they're doing other cover-ups. But at the end of the day, it just shows you that big money played big games, and Jeffrey Epstein was no different. He played big money and big game, and look what he did in the harms of that, hurting young women for the rest of their lives to the point now they're still suffering from the aspect of Jeffrey Epstein, even after his death. Sad world we living in. Go ahead, Akeem.
Man, I can't wait until we over with this shit. It's Epstein this, Epstein that. And not a goddamn file is released. They show a video clip of a goddamn island. I don't see no grape victims. I don't see no pictures of no panties being ripped, or no stained nut stained sheets, so we could be enraged. You know what I mean? How? Like it's just hearsay. Like, come on, like, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like playing with our mind, man. Let's get over it. Like America's just playing games, man. Gas is $3.49. Fuck Epstein.
And the thing is, Hakeem, it's not like where we got actual footage of him raiding a house, like what they did a couple years ago when they raided both of his houses up and everything, and they found some drugs, a whole bottle of baby oil and all the type of things that we have in his house and everything. So seeing this, it's like, oh, okay, cool. But I thought it was gonna be more of the, him actually raiding the house and taking pictures of the stuff that he had in stuff that he had in the house and everything. That we probably there's some clues or some evidence or anything like that. But for the Democrat to release stuff like that, okay, we know the island and everything, but where are some clues where he might be doing stuff in the house and everything? Because we're looking at it, so okay, cool, but just release the whole stuff now and start waiting, month after month and a month. And that's why the Democrats are doing this. They're gonna do a little here, a little there, a little here, a little here. If it's released, put everything out and it was over with. Stop trying to put here and there. Oh, look at this, look at that. It's like, no, release everything, and that's it. That's all you gotta do. What's so hard about it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, excuse me, $1. I'm laughing because of Hakeem. Hakeem funny, man.
Yeah.
True, everything going up. You worry about Jeffrey Epstein. Nobody cares.
For real.
I just worry nobody cares anymore.
Right.
It is a waste of tax.
Gone.
It is a waste of taxpayer dollars. It is. Nobody cares.
Right.
No, the victim we do care about, but Jeffrey Epstein himself, nobody cares. We know how he got into power. We already know from the lies, the scamming, and everything, man. Like, no, forget it. Moving on. Moving along to other trending news. Jordan, what's going on with the president and CEO of BET stepping down?
Yes. So Scott Mills came out today as as a president and CEO for 23 years. He is officially stepping down as the CEO. He said the departure comes after a long. I'm sorry. Oh, click it back again. Yeah, so he said the departure came as a long tenure. He spent 23 years as a BET, during which he helped transport the network, expand streaming arms, and oversee broader organizational changes. His resignation arrives amidst a period of broader cutbacks at the company. Earlier in the year, and BET carried out workforce reductions as part of its parent company parent company's cost cutting, and restructuring its efforts. So as we seen it, that BET, they're trying to really cut stuff down in order to kind of still stay alive. Now with this news, Ronnie, we hear that he's stepping down. What's your take on this?
I think Tyler Perry's gonna own BET. That's my thing. Him stepping down, Tyler Perry's gonna own BET. He's gonna pretty much take over, because I don't know if you noticed, I haven't been watching BET in a while, but I know one thing: when they used to come on my feed, especially as a commercial, they always used to show House of Pain, all the Tyler Perry shows. So that's showing me that Tyler Perry is gonna acquire BET, and he's just gonna pretty much run it. So him stepping down is no shock to me. And this is why I keep telling people, most of these presidents, these CEOs, they gotta go see the borders, the head of directors. They gotta see all these people. And the number one people that play a key component of the whole aspect of BET was the shareholders. Shareholders hold a lot of power, and people fail to realize that. So when you own a stake in a company, you have power within that company. So those shareholders are the one that really are the boss, and they don't like the way the BET going in the direction it's going. People don't really want BET like they used to anymore. So I think Tyler Perry gonna acquire it, and Tyler Perry gonna bring it right back into shape. Go ahead, Akeem.
So, Ron, you really honed into something that I want us to talk about. BT hasn't been profitable since its acquisition.
Facts.
BT had to be sold because it was not profitable. No disrespect to Rob Johnson, I didn't understand. It's one of those vanity things. And over time, with better content, it could have made money. Now, here's the thing: I don't like Tyler Perry's content. I'm gonna be real with you. Particularly for me, it doesn't identify me as being a things that I would enjoy. But that doesn't mean I wouldn't mind him owning it. With the help of somebody getting better content, he can't write all the goddamn scripts. Nobody want women centered projects so many times. That's what he writes. Now, I don't know if BT owned by CBS, because lately Barry Wise, the new lady who's running CBS, I think she was at the New York Times or something like that. She's firing every black person to get rid of DEI, and I love it. I know a lot of people on there are crying. No, we need to get back to when Rob Johnson took a chance and created his own network. I want many networks out here so we can start producing our own thing. So I would love for Tyler Perry to buy BT, and I hope they buy it at a cheap price.
Facts.
Yeah, I'm with you, Akeem. When it comes to watching BET, I ain't watched BET in years, because it's woman centric, and the thing is, Tyler Perry's all his shows is on BET, and which he's putting black actors and actresses up getting jobs and everything, and they're doing multiple seasons there, which is cool and everything. But to me, you just gotta really change the shift when it comes to BET, trying to get the men watching, and also Generation Z's in the crowd and everything too, because a lot of the Generation Z's, they're not even watching BET, they're watching these streamers, they're watching YouTube and everything. So
True.
if BET can find a way to get the grasp of how we could get these young Generation Z's into watching BET, if Tyler Perry could buy BET, if I can get I Show Speed and Kai Cenat, give them some type of deal, give them some type of show of some type of streaming, that would put BET on the map. I think that would put BET on the map. My ideas is out there, but they can get these big streamers and get them a deal, give them their own streaming show on BET. Get Kai Cenat, I Show Speed, boy. Or I think that could definitely get some people, especially Generation Z, to get them watching some BET. So We'll see what BT does.
Mr. Lawler came in and said the problem we are having now is that they have the worst people working for these networks, which I do agree.
100%.
Airing the wrong images and wrong talent, and this is why award shows are no longer a thing for most artists, which is a fact. I think they had to get BET had to get Kai Cenat to come through so the ratings will go up. So it just shows you that nobody really watching these award shows. Nobody really watching BET like they used to anymore. But if Tyler Perry, like Hakeem stated, can acquire it and shape it up and bring more black entertainers over there and try to revamp it without him taking too much of control, like creative control, I think BET gonna be fired once again.
He doesn't write good scripts. Get other black people to write scripts. But another thing I wanted to say too, another reason why BET went down, most of the shows were minstrel shows. The game, a lot of these things had to do with adultery, somebody sleeping with each other. Like the scripts are just horrible.
No, but they know black people like toxicity. Go ahead, do it.
Yeah,
exactly, Ronnie. A lot of people like these drama, cheating scandals, all that type of things, and that's what it brings a lot of women. Then a lot of women watch like these cheating scandals.
But listen here, it brings a lot of people, but the ratings are still horrible.
It is, but look at TiVo.
Yeah.
TiVo TV with all the drama, people are watching it.
Yeah, it brings people, but it brings certain types of people that watch the type of things. But a majority of people is not watching stuff like that. Like especially men, we're not watching stuff like that.
No.
So if they like I said, if they could switch something up, it's kind of say away with these cheating scandal things of the audience that brings in every day, and they try to do something else. Come on, they could definitely do that.
Listen, look at the network like Paramount Plus. There's a lot of good shows on there.
Yeah,
like a lot of good shows because of the writing. And people keep coming back there. I was even saying because I wanted to see what's that show? The guy with the cowboy hat that was steaming. Was it Longhorn or some shit?
No, I think it is Longhorn. It's Longhorn.
Yeah, or Gun Crane. So they requested another season because the writing was so good. Black people, we need to stop trying to do comedic street shit and get into more of a creative situation. Things can't always be a comedy, and that's the problem. And this is why BET, which was our only black network, got sold off to where people just made us look more like a minstrel show. It was blackface without blackface.
But you're right though. But I hope BET change up. Let's see what happens because he stepped down. Let's see. But I'm really certain for sure that probably Tyler Perry is gonna be the one that's gonna purchase it. Him or Oprah. One of them gonna do it. Watch what I tell you, and we're gonna talk about it too. Moving on to other trending news. Jordan, what's going on with Ray J and Beyonce and Jay-Z?
Yeah, so Ray J, he went viral. He's calling out Beyonce and Jay-Z for alleged not showing up to Brandy's and Monica's tour and taking pictures with them and everything. He said during their multiple visits to the tour, he said she never told him about them and everything, and he felt some type of way, and he spoke it in on the internet. So go ahead and play the clip, and after that, we'll chop it up.
Yo, at the end of the day, Jay-Z and Beyonce, like honestly, bro, like yo, everybody you moving and they hit because I'm about to talk some shit about Jay-Z and Beyonce. Everybody ran into the other room. They like, Ray J crashed it out. No, I'm just saying, like, niggas need to pull up, like, when they come to the show, come say what's up to Brandy too, Jay-Z and Beyonce. That's it, like, because, like, we big fans. We got our family in there, our cousins, and we know y'all there, and we love y'all, and we look up to y'all. For y'all to come to every one of Brandy and Monica's shows and never say what's up to B, and take all the pictures and all, I mean, it just, I don't like it. And I love you, Jay, and I love you, B. Please Like, you guys are the biggest 2 stars in the world. So we know you there. Just, y'all walk by Brandy room, just pull her, say, what's up, B? Have a good show. I mean, she don't care. She never told me about this, and I am crashing out on this one. This is crazy. But as a brother and a fan of Jay-Z and Beyonce, like we want to take some pictures with y'all too, and we want to say hi, and we want to be inspired by the inspirational words that you guys are going to give us. Jay-Z and Beyonce, please, and I know Brandy and Ryan are going to hate this, but please pull up and say what's up to B. And if y'all there, this y'all 6th or 7th time being at the Brandy Monica tour, or the Monica Brandy tour. Y'all ain't said what's up to B at all. I just don't think that that's okay. I love you guys. Come on, Jay. Come on, B. Let's do the right thing, all right? I love you.
So after hear Ray J, what's your take, Ronnie?
He do have a point, because allegedly Jay-Z and Beyonce has been going to Brandy and Monica tour, and they've been there and present, but they have not yet taken pictures with Monica or Brandy. So my thing is, Jay-Z and Beyonce, they very show love and very appreciative to Brandy and Monica. But Ray J did say, "Hey, just take a picture," because you got to keep it in mind. Both of them are 2 of the strongest icons right now, presently. So, Brandy taking a picture with Beyonce is gonna be a more of a good image and a more of a good look for Brandy, and they're gonna make people go out there to go to the shows and the concerts and stuff like that. And keep it in mind, Brandy is a legend too as well. But so them 2 taking a picture together is gonna make a strong impact, because then you got the B fans the new B fans going over there to Brandy, so it create more fan base for her as well, and also Monica too as well. And not only that, I also heard they said this concert was very, very good. That's a really good concert. So shout out to them, do their thing. But Ray J do have a good point. Go ahead, Akeem. I agree with him.
Y'all might not like my take on this.
Go ahead.
Brothers, just hear me out when I say this. Validation is going to be our downfall. Wanting to be validated, wanting to be acknowledged is going to be our downfall. The only people we need to worry about are fans. None of these niggas is gods. Let's get that straight. Now, I'm looking at it from another point. This is what we've been taught in the ghetto. Nobody owes us shit. So they come to our show. They come to our shows. Granted, I give them that. 2 of the hottest artists at your shows is creating hysteria, and people are telling, hey, Jay-Z and Beyonce going to be there, which is raise your ticket sales. Take that as an olive branch. Fuck Beyonce and Jay-Z, nigga. Do your own thing. You are a star. Ray J, stop worrying about crashing the fuck out. Shut your goddamn mouth and enjoy money. Your goddamn.
And then the thing is, like, I kind of agree with you, but the thing is about it, he just said Brandy don't care about, about if Beyonce, Jay-Z, Beyonce come. He said that. So it's Ray J's like, you want to see him. It's not like Brandy wants to see him. I feel like he want to see him. And I feel like Jay-Z and Beyonce is stuck at Johnson and him because he want to take pictures and everything. If Monica and Brandy doesn't care about the tour, like you just said, why are you talking about it? And he said, like, they probably gonna beat me up. Yeah, they're gonna beat you up because they don't care. They're doing the show. You care, Ray J. You want to take pictures and everything. You want the clout. That's what I'm getting from it. I'm getting from that. And and also, and then the thing, and one of the reasons that Jay-Z and Beyonce is there multiple shows is because Kelly Rowland too. She also she's on the tour as well.
Yeah, she's one of the headliners. Yep.
She's one. So Kelly Rowland's in there, so we're gonna see that and everything. But Ray J just said, "Hey man, Beyonce, Jay-Z. Hey, if I see y'all, I want to take a picture of y'all. Be on the Brandy tour and everything. Don't put Monica, don't put Brandy in it. If you want to take a picture, but that's what I'm getting, man. Leave your sister out of it, Monica out of it, and let them tour. If you want to take a picture, that's on you. But because I feel like you want the clout, sir. That's on you. You want the clout."
Dialogue said that Ray J is messing things up for Brandy. I know she feels embarrassed. He's just like the old, he's just like the old A Kanye right now. Yeah. You already know what's called is crashing out. He's crashing out heavy too. And I know you also make a good point too. They may not want to take the focus off Brandy and Monica, which is true. I think that's what it is. They don't want to take that. They don't want to take the focus out of them. They want people to just go and enjoy the show and just enjoy the whole experience. And
my wife went to the tour when they was in LA. She said that it was a really good show.
That was it, man. Shout out to that. Last time I wanted to come to today's show, Jordan, what's going on when it comes to aspect of this raccoon in the liquor store?
So some people find it fun. This reverse. So a raccoon, he broke into the Virginia liquor store, and if you look in there, bottle was so broken down, and they were saying, "Yo, what's going on?" They opened up the bathroom and found a raccoon passed out drunk. We do have a clip for us. So go ahead and play the clip, and after that, we chop it up.
This past weekend to a break-in at a liquor store in Ashland, Virginia, but the perpetrator was probably not who you might have suspected. It wasn't Willie Geist, no.
Hey, whoa.
Look at that mess.
I pay for my
Broken bottles of gin, vodka, and whiskey littering the aisles. Was Carson there? Puddles of booze covering the concrete floors. Turns out the burglar did not get far. They found him in the restroom, passed out. A reckless raccoon that did all that damage. Poor life choices. It certainly made the most of its night, paid the price. Animal control took him into custody. After a few hours sobering up, he was released back into the wild. How about that?
Real?
I don't know.
I've never broken into a liquor store, but I can relate to being on the bathroom floor.
Yes, the poor life choices.
Once or twice.
Yes,
Poor life choices, yes.
Years ago. Authorities responded this past weekend to
So we found that certain type of animals that we see as a raccoon, they'll go into the store, they see liquor, they'll get bottled up, and he'll get passed out. And I won't be surprised if raccoon do it again. But go ahead, Ronnie, man. What's your take?
I find it to be hilarious, man. When I saw the trend, I thought it was an AI. I thought it was fake. I thought somebody created it and then it just went viral. But no, it was a real actual story. This raccoon was buzzed up. Lucky for him, he missed the toilet. You know what I mean? So he was passed out. You know, vodka, Hennessy, Remy, all that stuff on the floor. Man, that's a wild raccoon. Yeah, I had to say this for the end because I knew we was about to get ready to go. But yeah, this is crazy. Crazy story, man. Anything happening in this world, folks. You never know what the world might get you. Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, so I feel like he went in there rolling down in the store, rolling down the street. I'm smoking, sipping on gin and juice, and he was sipping sipping so much that he passed out. And they said I had to take him to animal control. But yo, this scene a raccoon is going in there messing up stuff and just taking a sip of the liquor and it's going around on the store and he found a bathroom laid down like that, man. That's the funniest thing ever, yo. Shout out to that raccoon, yo. If a raccoon can get it like some type of I'm sorry, that raccoon tells me that raccoon know how to party. Give him some liquor, let's party, and we gonna get passed out. Shout out to that raccoon.
It's kind of shows that how human and nature we all connected. Like something we do, nature does do as well. It's so crazy how intertwined we are. A beautiful thing to see. But now I feel bad for that raccoon because I know he is done. He's done.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and retire. I don't know, Hakeem. Hold on. Hakeem just came back. I don't know if you have the last statement. Go ahead, Hakeem. What's your thoughts about the raccoon getting buzzed up at the liquor store?
The who?
The raccoon getting buzzed up at the liquor store.
You
see that video?
Hey.
So Hakeem, so they found a raccoon. So raccoon, he broke into the store. Bottled glass was on the floor, and then the owners that came to the store and see what happened, and then they opened up the bathroom door and found a raccoon passed out on the floor.
Oh my God, that's a first.
Yeah,
that's a first. I like to hear that. Hey, everybody get drunk and let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Like, share, and subscribe, guys. Don't forget to hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember to click all because we do go live each and every day at 7 o'clock Eastern time. Guys, you also know, man, shout out to everybody that's watching us on Facebook, Instagram, Kick, and also Twitch. Make sure you follow us. So very important for you guys to follow us so you never miss it when we go live. Shout out to those right now watching us on Rumble and also X. And you know, Bingo Live, TikTok, we cannot forget you guys. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in each and every time we go live. Like always, guys, so very important. You go to Cal Culture Radio description, and also the link is been on top of the chat. That's where we got the Cal Culture Radio store. That's where we got all the merch, the t-shirt, the hats, the coffee mug, you name it. It's all in the Cal Culture Radio store, and the link is pinned on top of the chat. And not only that, if you watch the playback, you might see a little icon with a coffee mug on it. Click it. It also leads you guys over there to the store. Like always, shout out to Mr. Darlaw that was in the building. Why hi? Thank you so very much for coming through. And don't forget tomorrow, Thursday night football, Detroit versus the Dallas Cowboys. Shout out to the beautiful and the lovely Evelyn Perez, also in the building. Shout out to Elizabeth Sanchez watching us right now on Instagram. And also shout out to iGirl watching us as well on Instagram. And also shout out to the 70 people right now watching us on Bingo Live. And also that one person right now watching us on TikTok. Thank you so very much for guys for tuning in. And remember, come over here to Cal Culture Radio on YouTube. That way you can see all the comments and us pretty much having a good time. For those people that want to see the other people that be on the panel like Hakeem and also New Jordan Era. So come over here on YouTube. And now that, but shout out to Reddit too as well, because we get really good reviews over there on Reddit. You know, I want to give a shout out because some of the new subscribers came over from Reddit. So shout out to Reddit doing their thing, what it's supposed to be doing. Guys, also very important, go to Cal Culture Radio Community Post. That way we have all the latest updates when it comes to, of course, Prince King book, Raising King's Black Love, and also his album that's out now with Broadway Fat, and his new album is about to get ready to drop on his birthday, December 12th. So, guys, be on the lookout for that one. A new hot release. Hakeem, in total, how many music you got? Over 50? 50 music in total?
Man, I got over 54 songs online.
That's what's up.
What's up?
Over 54. You know, my goal is to release 100 songs. So within the next two few years, I have 100. So you know, I have a catalog. So maybe I could sell off.
So you doing the same thing? I ain't got time.
Hey, listen, I'm a hypocrite.
Like always, guys, thank you guys so very much. I mean, thing on the plan. Thank you for tuning in to Cal Culture Radio.